poor little ginger cat was shivering in the corner, his body covered in bloody scratch marks. A passing homeless man spotted him, gently wrapped him in his coat, and picked him up. The man saved the cat, partly out of kindness, but mostly because in this helpless little creature, he saw himself. Curly actually had family, and they lived nearby. When his father ran into him on the street, he pretended not to recognize his own son, handing him a bill like tossing change to a beggar before quickly walking away. Because Curly was a junkie, he had completely wrecked his life. Curly thought the ginger cat was lost. The next morning, he carried it door to door, but everyone said no. With no other choice, Curly decided to let the cat go. It wasn't that he didn't want to keep him. The problem was, he could barely take care of himself. But when Curly came back to his spot, he found the cat still waiting in the corner. And worse, the cat's wounds had gone bad. Panicked, Curly rushed him to a vet clinic. After some treatment, the cat got better, but Curly was stunned. The vet bill was 22 pounds. Broke as he was, Curly still scraped together the cash and paid. From that day on, the little ginger stuck to Curly like glue. They took the bus together. They busked on the streets together. Curly had no idea. This sticky little cat was about to change his life forever. Before, when Curly sang on the streets, no one even noticed. Now, crowds 3 layers deep surrounded him. Every song brought in way more money, and half the credit went to the proud ginger cat. On Christmas, they went to his father's house, saying he'd turned his life around. But his father looked at him like he was the plague, and his half-sister gave him the same disgusted look. Curly left in disappointment. His only family now was the ginger cat on his shoulder. Curly found another job, selling newspapers on the street. A scruffy man and a chubby ginger cat. Turns out it was a hit. People loved the cat. Buy a paper and you could snap a photo with the adorable ginger. It didn't take long for them to go viral. Reporters came flooding in, all wanting to do feature stories. One day, a woman and her son pretending to buy a paper. But after a few words, their real plan came out. They wanted to buy the cat. They said Curly couldn't give him a better life, and they didn't care how much it would cost. At first, Curly stayed polite, but the woman kept pushing, even trying to shove money into his hand. Finally, Curly snapped. He said, "How much for your kid, then? I'll trade you." With the newspapers covering their story, Curly and the little ginger became a household name. A publisher reached out, hoping to turn their journey into a book. This is a true story. With the little ginger cat by his side, Curly got clean, and even published a book about his journey. So here's the question. Can a little cat really save a marginalized soul?